Hi.
Hi. I'm Kuvelu Tetseo. I'm a folk artist, musician, singer-songwriter, and a member of Tetseo Sisters, Governor's Awardee for Excellence in Music and Arts, and one of the first social media influencer from Northeast Nagaland, India. It's my pleasure and honor to speak with the JCB Literature Prize nominee, Miss Daribha Lyndem, and find out more about the writer behind the beautiful book. First of all, congratulations on the nomination, and I wish you the best for the final prize. I thoroughly enjoyed reading your book, and it took me to many places from my own childhood. Would you like to start by introducing yourself for us all?
Hi, hello. My name is Daribha Lyndem. I am the author of Name, Place, Animal Thing, shortlisted for the JCB Prize. I am a civil servant working with the GST department in Mumbai, and I am originally from Shillong.
Wow, thank you. I'm sure everyone who has read your book must be wondering how much of it is autobiographical and how much is imagination. Would love to hear your take on this.
I would say it's about 40% real and 60% imagination. Uh, I was inspired by things I'd seen and heard, and I embellished quite heavily. So it's not exactly autobiographical. It is inspired by certain events that I saw, and I heard, but not completely. So I said like 40 and 60%
Oh,
imagination.
that's amazing. How did this book start and where did the ideas come from, or who is the person, or persons or events, like what is your inspiration, who is your inspiration to write this book?
Well, I've always wanted to write, and I I'm inspired by things I experience, and I'm pushed by my husband to write. So I have a lot of things. I don't have one thing that inspires me. I have several things that inspire me. And when I came to Bombay and I was away from home, that's when I missed home the most. When you're not in Shillong, when I'm not in Shillong, then I think about it the most. And the more I thought about it, the more I wanted to write about it. And that's when I decided, yeah, once I set aside free time and write about my experiences there and what it's like growing up there. I knew I would write one, especially since I wanted to write about my best friend Yuva, and I knew that the other stories would also fall in line after I write about her. So it's
Oh,
a series of reasons, series of inspirations.
I see. The most attractive thing about your book is the title, I would say. And how did the book title come about?
So basically, because it's about childhood and growing up, and I wanted something that would make someone pick up a book. So if you see a book, you are quite intrigued by a title. Firstly, when you're in a bookshop, if you go to a bookshop, I like to see the title and then I read the first page and then I get tempted to buy the book. But I know that a lot of people might not pick up a book that's set in the Northeast. I mean, at least maybe mainland people won't want to pick up a book set in the Northeast. But I also wanted to draw people in, and the one way to draw people in is by having a book title that is very universal, something that everybody knows. And I know that everybody has played this game. Everyone in India who studied in the 90s and the early 2000s, they've all played this game. I'm sure you've played this game.
Even now.
Yeah, exactly. So we've all played this game, and this is one way I felt would draw people in to the book and into the stories. The
That's right.
universality of the story of the game.
I know, I know. When I received this book from Meghna, I was like, oh my God, just 2 weeks ago, I was playing with my nephews, name
Oh,
place, animal things at home. Yeah. So
yeah,
it was, yeah, very
fun. All the
interesting.
back of our notebooks are full of name, place, animal things when we were in school.
I
I
know,
know.
I know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're not paying attention in class. We're playing that. So I think everybody
Whenever
can.
you get,
Yeah,
right, right.
yeah. I think everybody can relate to that.
I know,
Like
I
you
know.
said, you just played 2 weeks ago.
Right. Whenever you get free classes in school, that's the time when we always play this game.
Yeah,
And
when
it
the teacher doesn't
makes
come
you
to class.
smarter.
Yeah,
It's very good. Yeah, it makes you smarter actually.
yeah. It
Okay.
made me want to look at geography books. So I would look at geography books and
Exactly.
maps. So I didn't know how to play the game. So in a way, it encouraged me to look to study. In a way, I guess.
That's true. That's very true. So, tell us about your childhood and how does it compare to what is revealed in the book?
So the child in the book, she's more uh, curious and adventurous, I think, than me. And there are many things that I can compare about growing up. Certain part, how it was like living during, the time when we were, there was always a bund, or living during, hearing rumors about something bad happening to someone. So those, again, very, as you grow up, because you're a child, you're quite removed from these things. Adults don't tell you all the bad things that are happening. You're not aware of the bad things that are happening because adults don't tell you, and they shouldn't tell children. So in that way, it's quite similar, because I was quite sheltered, just like the child. But I think the child in the book is a bit more, is way more intuitive than me, and she thinks more largely about the world. I was not at all like that. I was busy watching cartoons. I didn't think much about these things. So similar experiences to a certain degree, but I don't think our personalities are that similar.
All right. So, what were the struggles like, if there's any? And
Mm, I When writing, I didn't have any problem writing. It was editing took a long time, but what was difficult was because I'm a first time author. A lot of, I guess, publishing houses don't easily publish first time authors, so that was a little difficult, applying and sending emails to so many people, and not hearing back. But it was not. You write a good story, you try to write a good story, and you send it out, and you just hope for the best.
did being a woman have any bearing on your book writing experience?
Well, not particularly. I mean, I wrote about a female experience, a girl, about a girl. So her experiences would be mostly, maybe very different from what a little boy would experience. So there wasn't really any difficulty about, writing the book and getting it published. I don't think gender, I don't know. Maybe I'm not aware. Maybe I'm not aware, but I didn't find any difficulty in that sense about getting myself published because I was a woman, or um, being from the Northeast. I don't know if that had any bearing. If it did, then I'm not aware.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's a wonderful news. Okay. So your book has like many stories and chapters. So which one is closest to your heart or most difficult to write?
The last chapter was the closest to my heart, most difficult to write. since it dealt so heavily with the death of a loved one, and it took me the longest to write that, and it's the longest chapter, and it was just that is, I think, the most true to life in the whole book. Everything else is mixed, like I said, 40% real and 60% imagination. But in this case, I would say it's 60% real and 40% imagination, because I think the last chapter is the most true to real life. And I had a, I had to, I was trying to be as sensitive as possible when writing about, my friend, and I was trying my best not to make it too manipulative in trying to elicit some sort of, emotion from the reader, trying to make it too maudlin or lachrymose. I was very concerned with not trying to be manipulative in the last chapter, and trying to be as sensitive as I could, and trying to relay the emotion and how I actually felt when I lost my best friend. So
I
it
know
was the darkness.
the last chapter. It made me emotional too. It made me
Yeah.
cry because I also recently lost my childhood best friend,
Oh,
and I wish I had more time to spend with
yeah.
her.
Yes.
So yeah,
I'm so
I
sorry. I'm
actually
so sorry.
so sorry for
Yeah,
you too as well.
it's really hard to lose someone close to you,
I
and
know
you just think you're going to grow old with them till you're in
exactly.
your 50s. You're going to be old women together, complaining about kids. But then, yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So that, yeah.
I know. I know. Okay, so what's next? Can your readers expect something based in the Northeast next, or something different?
Uh, it may not be based in the Northeast, but I'll always try to write about my experiences, or experiences faced by, you know someone from the Northeast. And right now I can only write about the Khasi experience because I am Khasi. But I feel that, it's very it's very tricky to write about all of the Northeast, because again, we're so different, right? You can't compare uh, Naga Ao with the Khasi person. Like, our experiences can be so different, and
I
just the
know.
rest of the mainland just thinks we're like one big chunk, but we have so
That's
many
right.
differences. We have similarities for sure.
Of
That's
course.
But we have so many things different, and I will try to I do try to be as sensitive as I can. I will try to be as sensitive as I can. But yes, my stories will always have something about the tribal experience, because I'm a tribal. So to not uh, to I'm not saying all my books will be about that, but I will try to incorporate it as best as I can. So I don't know about the next book. I am going to write one, but it's going to take time, because it takes time to write a book.
I know. That's great news for your well wishers and readers. Then, yeah, when you mentioned that, like, we're very similar. In one chapter, you mentioned about, going to church, the church life. Even I started singing. I mean, I got my first singing break at Sunday school,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
school, and then
yeah,
you go to church every day. I always look forward to vacation Bible school during my
yeah,
summer break, and then I have my youth service later. We
yeah,
have like singing practice every Wednesday, and then colony youth services and singing practices every Friday, and
yeah.
youth service every Saturday. So, you know,
we
When
used to go for a lot of a week in the week. We'd go for a lot of practice for singing for church.
I
Yes,
know.
same.
That's wonderful.
And it was kind of an opportunity to meet your friends and hang
Exactly.
out. It was fun. It was fun. It's not,
I
you just
know.
think, I don't know, but when people think about church, they just think about, oh, going to church on Sunday and sitting and listening to a lecture by a priest or pastor. But when we were kids, we'd go for all these Sunday school events, and then the
Yeah,
practice, and then the
I
games.
know.
They were really fun,
And
and we got to
annual
hang out.
youth day. I know, I
Yeah,
know.
exactly. So those were really fun.
So, from your experience of writing, any words of advice for those who wants to write or is working on a book or planning to write one? Like me, I'm also very inspired to write one after reading your book.
I would say just mm, just start writing and don't overthink it. Just get a first draft down, and you can edit it later. And you try to make time every day. Try to make maybe 15 minutes or half an hour, or if you have the time, 1 hour. Just write something every day. It doesn't have to be good. You can check it later. You can fix it later, but write something every day.
Oh, that's very helpful. Okay, I'm so sad it's gonna end, but yeah, had a really great time speaking,
Yeah.
talking with you, doing this with you, and I wish you all the best for your
Thank you.
future. And
Thank you. You
even
too. You too.
I want to wish you the best for the final prize as well. You're making not just Shillong, Meghalaya proud, but you're making the whole Northeast really proud and very proud of you.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you so
Kuble.
much. Thank you so. Uh, Correct, Rishbun.
Kuble.
Thank you so much.